Okay, what we got on today? Making a spacer. I did the spacer for the front. Let's see. You can. Hang on. Not very good with this. See that little piece there? Not easy to do that, you know. Not easy to do that. It was a bit of a nose, but it was the first one I've done, so I had to work out how to do it and bore in and all that sort of stuff. But I worked it out. It came out nice. I'm quite happy with that. I've now got to make one for here. This is going to be, you see that, a little bit more complex. This space here. See the way it's. I mean, what is there? There's a washer, a spacer. This sort of semi-top hat. Oh, it's not even focused. Sorry, washer, spacer, semi-top hat thing onto the spindle, and then you've got this exposed speedo gear on the back. So what I want to make is one piece. Yep, one piece. One piece to take the place of all these. Speedo, spacer, wrong, speedo, spacer. Washer, spacer, top hat thing. And then do it so it cloaks over that speedo and gets rid of all those. Ooh, bit of engineering. But we're going to give it a go. Starts off with a piece of aluminium. This piece of aluminium. Bosch. Big lump there, and I'm going to chop a piece off that. I'm going to have about, this is from the previous one, which you'll have seen. I did a bit on that, but I did it on my phone, so that's probably on the Insta. But this one I'm going to try and do it for YouTube. Always going up in the world, this boy. There, so that was the wastage off it, where I machined up the other space. So you're going to get wastage, so I'm going to give myself about 20mm wastage. That is 47mm, that whole span all the way up, so I can cover up the speedo drive. So I need 70mm. I'm going to cut 70mm off this, and we'll get it into the lathe and then start working on it. It's going to be all day. Well, I mean, it took me all day to do that one, but I don't know, it might be a longer process, but it's more of a complicated thing. We'll see how we get on. Now that is going to be hot. Hang on, I can get it. I'm not squeezing it. Look at me looking all professional. So I've got to change the jaws out on the vise because there's no way this beastie is going to go in there. So I've got other jaws. Oh, I've hooked myself up on there. Yeah, there's no way that is going to go into there. So what we're going to do is change the jaws out. Easy beans. Hang on, let me put a light on. Oh, there we go. Bit of lighting. It's not that interesting, is it? Let me change the jaws on a vise. On a vise? On a lathe? Bean pants. So wind it all the way out. Bang, they've stopped now. Should be able to slide these out like so. Those are for doing smaller bits. Pop them down there. These will take a much bigger thing. Now these are marked up, put little punch holes in it. I say I've done it. Do you know who did this? John Nelson did it. Sorted me out, didn't he? 1, 3, 2. Not in the right order. It's been about the way it would be, wouldn't it? Right, and these are marked up as well. It says. Can't see the bloody marks on. 1, 3, and 2, 1. Whack. Look at them. Now this is only a little tiny lathe, but I managed to turn that other piece out with it, and it works really nice. Right, let's see if these have taken right, because sometimes you have to readjust them if they don't meet up centrally, which they do. Beautiful, they're in. Right, so we get on. You have to be right in the outer ones. I can't take it out much further than that. Oh, I could maybe. Oh, and then right out. No, I'm going to go with this. So I've cut it off fairly flush. And I'm going to go. First thing I need to do is face this off. Compressor. Okay, so I've centralised it up. It's as near as damn it. You're never going to get absolutely bang on, unfortunately. So there is a little tiny bit of movement, but we'll take that out. But once you start working with it, can't take it out of the thing. You know, once you start bringing this in, once it's in the jaws, you got to leave it there till you finish the bit of work. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a bit. Hang on a minute. Can I go any wider than that? No, I can't. Can't go any wider than that. So I'm going to finish up this face. That's the flat face. That's going to be up against the speedo drive. Okay, right. So this is my front face, and this is the bit I'm going to work. This piece here. I've got 20mm wastage on this, so I'm working from about. You can't see that on there. Pointy thing. So I'm working from about here to here. That's the spacer. So no clusters of the jaws than about 10mm, which is easy. I'm going to crack on. .1. 47.1. I'm just going to go check that's enough for that spacer. Is it all we got? It is. Imagine if I just left that sort of long bit in. No. That is how big the spacer needs to be, and I've got 47.1. It's a little bit tight, really. I'm going to have to, because especially when I'm pairing it off. Let's see how we go. Let's see how we go. I can work it. I've got another 10mm here. So once I get the angle and I start working at an angle, I can take this bit back. That's how I'm going to do it. Nearly there. Oof. Let's have a look what it is. It's 58.2. 58.2. Yeah, I can live with that. It's to be 58, but a bit of finishing off, a bit of polishing. Oh, we can do it now. Okay, that's 58.2. 0.2 of a mil. Well, actually, when I sort of come to finish up and polish it and everything, I'll probably lose that. But that's the external diameter I want it. I want it 58. 58 it'll cover that speedo drive and give me a decent bit of meat around the edge. I'm not going really thin with it. So that is what we're at. So that's the piece of work we've got. Hang on, let's have a look. What are we on about, Titch? You're on about that, aren't you? Yeah. Boom. That little thing. Can I do it? This is on a stand thing. Camera work. There she is. You can see from here to here. This is now 58.2 mil, and it's all cleaned off and everything. This is the bit I'm going to work. Little bit of tight, like I say, for pairing it off towards the end. I might need to get a tool in because I'll be pairing it off about here. To be fair, I've got loads actually on the jaws, so that's not a problem. Width of the speedo drive, 15 mil. I'm going to give it 18 mil. What are you on about width of the speedo drive? Hang on. Follow me. Look at this. Professional me. Take the roller here, and then you can see the ruler, can't you? Self-explanatory. Where are we? There we are. So that width of that speedo drive there. I don't even know if you can see it. 15 mil. I'm going to give it about 18 mil, so I need a bit of flat. So that's 58 to here, and then we're going to start tapering for the cone effect. Okay, new day. Sometimes you end up doing other things, and exactly what I ended up doing yesterday. But where are we up to? Right, let me see if we can get that. Right, so that's where I was up to. I started stepping this down. You can see I've started stepping the alley down, started to build up a cone. It needs to be 30 mil at this end, and it's 50 mil at this end. So we've got a little bit of way to go. I will carry on doing that and reducing it down. Then what we'll do is, if I keep looking over that way, ever so slightly, it's because I'm making sure that, because I've got a screen here, sort of there, and I'm just making sure I've actually pointing it at my head. Amateur, you know. Okay, missed a bit because the camera went flat. Missed a lot actually. Put it on charge. So where are we at now? Look at this. Hold on, that's gonna fall. No, it won't fall over. Missed. So we're in there. Turny. Oh, it's more out of focus. There's the real inside. There is. This is going to go over the speedo drive. Hang on, pointy thing. pointy thing. Here we go. We'll use this side to make this one to get deep inside. So this is going to go around your speedo drive. Then there's a secure nut for that goes up against the bearing, so it needs a recess for that. And then you've got the recess up here where the thread goes into, and then that'll butt up against this, and this will then go up against the frame around here, which will then be the spacer. But all you'll have is this lovely little cone of aluminium. I'm going to put the lines in it as well, just to sort of tie it all in. But I've been through this, so in order to get it all polished like that. This stuff's amazing, by the way. Like meshy stuff. 240, 320, 500. Where's me with 1,000? I did have 1,000, then 1,500. And we got it to that, and then I'm going to polish it. We'll polish it up first, actually. Let's see what it looks like when it's polished up. But it'll look lovely. Boom. Check that out. Polish. Actually, here. Have a close look. Oh, come on. Look. Oh, he's rubbish. There she is. Don't want to go too, I mean, I'm not going mirror finish on this thing because it's on a working bike. I mean, you've got mirror finish. All you've done is give yourself a load of work because you've got stuff to keep massively polished. That'll do. That's good for me. So this is what we got. Super geeky this. That's going to be the end of my piece there. The end of my piece. That's the end of the piece. And this is the bit that covers over the speedo guide. So I've got this taper here, which I did with the other one. Now what I want to do with this taper here is put 4 grooves in it to match up with the other one, because I'm just super anal like that, and I like it. They look pretty. So we need to measure this distance here and then work out where we're going to put the 4 lines. I mean, it's not, we're not doing rocket engineering here. So roughly we're talking, let's make it something. So if we're saying 36, 37 mil, then I want to put 4 in between. Hang on. I've got to do some calculations. Okay. Quick bit of mathematics. Using the grey matter, and I'm going to go with 6 mil. It's roughly there. So I'm going to go from this ridge 6 mil, 6 mil, 6 mil, 6 mil, and it'll give me 4 lines spaced out beautifully, he says. Stand by. Hopefully I've got enough clearance in this to clear that. We'll see. Because I'm going to go in 2 mil. So we shall see, let's see. Hang on. Safety glasses. Don't forget those, tits, you'll be in trouble. Not able to see me. I don't know if you can hear me, but all the holes I'm just going to do, so I'll just get a flush face, then I'm just going to go in 2 mil. 2 mil. Pop her back out, move her along, 6. 2 mil. Bring her along again. And there we have it. Didn't quite make that whole thing, did it? But whole fair. But the space in between there and there and there and there, that's choices. I'll put another line in. It's a much bigger space than the previous one. I could put another line in. Put another line in there. Let me see. So that work takes me to there. And the end of my piece being there. Yeah. Another line is. Yeah, that is the correct option. Okay, things we've got to do now is open them up, because it's on an old bike, so I don't want it looks too... Okay, there we go. This is not the finished item, mind. That is just about there. What I'm going to do with these lines here, where are these lines here? Because it's on an old bike, so these look too clinical. So as I did with the other ones, I'm just going to chamfer the edges and just soften them off a bit, just so it blends in with the older engineering on the bike. Sweet. Okay, I think I'm done. Well, apart from the fact that I've got to pair it off at the end. But that, hang on, I can see there. So there it is. Do you see what I mean about just softening these lines up? Just soften those up so it is just a little bit focus there. I just think it looks a little bit nicer than those really harsh lines. If you're doing modern bike, yeah, fair play, I can understand it, but because it's an old bike, then soften them lines up. It just looks nice. Sweet. Well, I suppose you're wondering how it works. Well, this is. If you remember, I showed you a picture of the wheel spindle at the back with the speedo drive on it. What we have now is. Can you see that? Can you see it? Yeah. I've clicked up the drum brake at the minute, so I'll just catch. But there she is. Now, instead of those horrible mass of this guff spacers, we have that, and covering the speedo drive on the back. Nice. A little bit of time, a little bit of effort. It's all these little bits that count, isn't it? You know, that's the stuff. Cool. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you liked it, this is YouTube, isn't it? So like and subscribe and all that sort of business. All right, I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.